Easy is a free runner who started the organisation Urban Free Flow. Free runners use obstacles in a town or city to create movement by running, jumping and climbing. Can you do free running anywhere? I mean, for example, if you're on your way somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, if you wanted to, you could kind of, do it anywhere, and if you're on your way to work, you could do it. But generally, the people who practice would go to a particular spot and practice there and then move on elsewhere.
Where do you most enjoy doing it?
The most rewarding for me would be running in London here, around the South Bank, and we do it in a team of maybe 10 of us, and just someone leading the way and the rest following, and just using basic obstacles like lampposts and walls and just moving.
How did you first get into free running?
Well, my background is in boxing, which I did for about 20 years, and I boxed at international level. And I got married and had a kid and had to just change my life around and become sensible all of a sudden. So I gave up the boxing and there was a huge void in my life. So I drifted into martial arts, which didn't really do it for me. And I was looking for the next thing to do. And I saw this on TV one day. And I remember sitting in bed watching it and I said, that's what I'm looking for.
Tell us about the organisation Urban Free Flow.
Well, Urban Free Flow started out as a website. But then we devised a performance team. We have 20 athletes in the team now, 8 who are very, very high profile. We're sponsored by Adidas now. We take care of all sorts of commercials and movies in that sense. We teach as well. We teach in schools. We've taught the army, the police.
What do you do with the police?
The police run these schemes for youth offenders, and they're trying to get them out of doing bad things. So it's seen as a positive thing to do. It's seen as a very cool thing to do. And for the youth, it's very engaging. So that's what we do for them.
What about in schools?
In terms of schools, same again. There's a big problem in the UK with obesity, and kids just aren't practicing anything. They're not doing any PE. They're not doing any kind of sport. Whereas what we do is perceived as being very cool, and unwittingly they're taking part and exercising. So that seems to be a very positive thing.
How dangerous is free running?
On the face of it, what we do seems to be quite dangerous, but it doesn't touch on what we do. We're very, very safety conscious. We work in movies, commercials, where safety is paramount. I mean, everything we do is calculated. There's no risk taking. If you see a big jump being done, we'd have practiced that at ground level thousands of times, over and over and over. I think, if anything, the key word for what we do is repetition.
What attracted you especially about free running? Was it the risk element?
To a degree, the risk element played a part, but it was more about the sense of freedom. The way to be able to move within your environment with no limitations. You don't need any equipment to take part, no skateboard or no BMX. You could just a pair of trainers and I'm ready to go. That was the real draw for me, just the freedom aspect.
Have you had many accidents since you've been doing it?
Well, if you're practicing this sport, you will pick up the odd scrapes here and there. You get blisters on your hands and calluses, which is normal. You might get the odd sprained ankle. Personally, I fell out of a tree once and fell on my head, which wasn't very nice, and I had to go to hospital here.
Is free running really something that anyone can do?
It helps if you have a background in some kind of sport, but it isn't essential. You can start from being a complete beginner. Gymnastics would help, but you could be just someone who plays football or does a bit of running and pick it up straight away. As long as you start out very small scale and take your time, there's no problem.